Hey guys, welcome back to Unstop Biology. So guys, in today's video, we are going to start off with a new chapter, which is chapter 14 of class 12 NCERT, and it is all about the ecosystem. So today we are going to study the basics about what exactly the ecosystem is. So guys, basically the ecosystem can be seen as a functional unit of nature. We see that it is a functional unit of nature. Now, what do we exactly mean by functional unit? So it is a place where living organisms interact among themselves, right? So guys, before we start off with the ecosystem, I have an announcement for you. So there is a board, CBSE board crash course starting from March 5th, in which we are going to cover the entire class 12th biology in order to give your preparation a boost in your boards. And it is a 60 days course starting from March 5th. It'll go till April 30th, and we'll have proper tests as well. So there'll be 5 unit-wise tests since we have 5 units in class 12 NCERT. And then once we are done with the entire syllabus, we'll have 2 full-length tests, which will be on the exact pattern of boards. So to know more details about it, what you can do is you can either message me on my Instagram ID, which is One Stop Biology, or you can also message me on WhatsApp. The number is 6364321414. So I'll be waiting for your messages, guys. Do let me know if you have any query regarding this crash course. So now, guys, let's start with this, the concept of ecosystem. Now, we said that ecosystem is a functional unit of nature. It is a unit where living organisms, all the living organisms, interact among themselves and also with the environment, right? So, what does it mean? So, one living organism interact with the other living organism as well as the surrounding environment that they have, right? So, basically, guys, this ecosystem usually, varies in size. So, say a small pond is also an ecosystem. A very large forest or a sea or an ocean is also an ecosystem, right? So basically, what we see is that the entire biosphere that we have is a global ecosystem, and it is a composite of all the local ecosystems on Earth, right? Now, we cannot, just talk about the ecosystem to be a very big global ecosystem. We have to categorize it. In order to do that, what we did is we categorized this ecosystem into two basic categories. What are these categories? We categorized it into terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem, right? So the forest, grassland, and deserts, right? These are some examples of terrestrial ecosystem. In the same way, ponds, lakes, wetland, river, all these are examples of aquatic ecosystem, right? So first of all, let's see what is the structure and function of the ecosystem. Now, if we talk about the structure and function of the ecosystem, guys, you'll see that there is a vertical distribution, right? So basically, we initially said that interaction and of biotic, which is the living form, and the abiotic, the non-living component, result in a physical structure. And this is characteristic of each type of ecosystem. Every ecosystem will have some biotic components and some abiotic components. Now, identification of plant and animal species of an ecosystem, you know, gives its species composition, right? So we identify all the plant animal species as well of that ecosystem. Now, vertical distribution, so that means distribution of different species which occupy different level, right, is known as stratification. So what we do is we stratify, right? We distribute. We say vertical distribution. Vertical distribution of what? Different species which occupy a particular ecosystem. They occupy particular levels. And this distribution is known as stratification, right? Now, what can be an example? Now, say trees, they occupy the top vertical strata or layer of a forest. So we have shrubs after that, then we have herbs, and then grasses occupy the bottom layer. So this becomes stratification in case of forests, right? Now, what are the components of the ecosystem? What are the components of the ecosystem which are seen as a functional unit, right? So there are different, remember guys, there are different components. So there is first, which is production. Then we have decomposition. Then we have energy flow. And the last one is nutrient cycling. Right? So these four serve as the component of the ecosystem, which are seen as a functional unit as well, right? Now, in order to understand this, in order to exactly understand the, say, aquatic ecosystem, we'll take an example and we'll understand an aquatic ecosystem first, right? Let us take an example of a pond, right? So now pond again is a self-sustainable unit, right? So we say that it can sustain itself, right? And it is a simple example where, you know, there are not so many complex interactions that exist. A pond is nothing but a shallow water body. It is not so deep, it is a shallow water body, right? And in that we have all the basic components of an ecosystem. So, what are the components? Productivity, decomposition, energy flow, and nutrient cycling. Right? Now, say the abiotic component in the water is what? It is all the dissolved inorganic and organic substances, right? And then we have rich soil which is deposited at the bottom of the pond, right? Then we have the solar input, right? So there is a cycle of temperature, there is a day length, there is climatic condition which regulate the rate of function of the entire pond, right? Then we'll come to the autotrophic components. Now, these autotrophic components basically are the productivity part, right? Productivity. They are the producers, right? So, these include the phytoplankton. So, there will be some algae, there will be some floating, submerged, or marginal plants which are found at the edges, right? Then we have, so these are the producers. Then we have the consumers. What are the consumers? Consumers basically are represented by the zooplanktons, right? So there might be some free swimming, there might be some bottom dwelling forms of animals, right? Then comes the decomposers. So what are the decomposers? So we have fungi, we have bacteria, we have different flagellates, right? Which are abundant where in the bottom of the plant, right? So now this system, this entire system performs all the function of an ecosystem, right? And this is basically a function of a biosphere as a whole. So what is happening here is there is conversion of inorganic into organic material that happens with the help of the solar energy, right? This happens with the help of solar energy, and who does it? The producers, the autotrophs. Then there is consumption of this autotroph by the heterotrophs. Now, these heterotrophs are decomposed and mineralized, right? So, as they die, they start decomposing, and there are decomposers who help with that, right? So, all the decomposition and mineralization of the dead matter happens, right? Which help them to again add the inorganic components which will be used by the autotrophs. Now, this event, remember, guys, this event is repeated again and again in a cyclic process. right? Now, this is a unidirectional. Remember that the example that we saw is a unidirectional movement of energy towards the higher trophic level, right? From producer to the above level, right? So this basically happens in one direction. There is a unidirectional movement of energy towards the higher trophic levels, and it dissipates and it gets lost as heat to the environment, right? So this is what ecosystem means. So I hope, guys, the basic that we have discussed right now is clear to you, right? Do let me know if you have any doubts or questions. We'll take up all the doubts regarding to this particular topic, although it's very basic. What we are going to do is we are going to start off with all the components, right? So productivity, decomposition, energy flow, and nutrient cycle. We are going to start off one by one, and in the next video, we are first going to discuss productivity. So I hope, guys, you understood the video. If you did, please do like it and share it with your friends. If you have any doubt, please do let me know. You can message in the comments, or you can also message me on WhatsApp. WhatsApp number is given in the description of the video. And yes, guys, if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to get all the updates, all the videos that I'll be posting on time. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Take care. Bye bye.